Hi, YouTube. Can we just talk about like how life is right now and just how much everything's changed and also just like what the hell is up? Hi, it's me, City. If you don't know me, now you do. I have just been changing so fucking much, and I feel like that every month has just been like not catastrophic, but has just changed my opinions on life in general. I think for a long time I've been really focused on trying to believe in like a friendly universe, like a positive universe, like not everything's positive or negative either. And so I've been doing it so much because I'm trying to change our reality and I'm always trying to shift myself. And I really want to create YouTube and my social media into something profitable because, I have all of these dreams that I'm trying to figure out, and having that freedom of not having to go work at the coffee shop all the time is really nice. But right now that's where I'm at. I started my spiritual channel a while back, and I did come back out as a teacher. And so that's been nice. I've been posting more on my spiritual Instagram and TikTok again, which feels really good. But I also realized that really what I want to do the most is perform. Like performance and dancing and singing. But, I just haven't been doing it as much because I live with this older woman, and I really like to give her peace and quiet at home because I like peace and quiet at home too. But I look back on when I used to live by myself in my old apartment and I had that freedom, and I miss that so much. But it's not where I am anymore. And I've been dealing a lot with like feeling really down about not being there, honestly, because I really miss it. I really miss that tiny little apartment in Houston, Texas. But I don't live in Houston anymore. Now I live in Arizona, which I honestly love. Like, I love living in Arizona. I live in northern Arizona, so that's why there's trees everywhere. It's not just desert. But I do love the desert. My car, I love her. I'm sitting on her. Well, sorry, my car is non-binary. My car's name is Alex with a Y. But Alex, this car is not very, I trust them, but it's just not, it's not that reliable, I could say. But I'm fixing some stuff up on it, and I feel really good about it. And I just want to look back on how much it has changed in my life. If you've been looking at my videos for a while, I know that I posted when I moved to Philly for a month. And I accidentally moved to North Philly, and you can say what you want about it. It was so bad. I should have known, looking back, I'm like, why didn't you know? You probably should have done more research. And yeah, but I also was just, no excuse. I just didn't do my research. And I learned a lot there. I really learned a lot there about really forgiveness. I had to learn how to forgive myself. But I had already been on that path for a while of loving myself again. And last year was really the year where I woke up out of my slumber, self-sabotage and not working on my craft, not perfecting it, not doing a good job, just wishing that things would change. And that's the biggest common denominator of people who change their lives versus don't, is people who stop wishing for change and actively work on themselves to make their lives better. If you feel the same way about it, you better comment, and subscribe if you get it. If you know that you want a better life and you're not just waiting for it anymore, you're actually going for it. Kudos to you. You will get it. And then it's difficult because we're all online. If you're watching this video, you're on YouTube. You're seeing all this stuff about AI, about the government, about Donald Trump, about all of this. And so I want to remind people, I have a spiritual contract. I'm doing a lot. I don't need to over explain it, but I'm basically graduating to another level of spirituality where you try not to change the world. And this isn't going to make sense to a lot of people. And it's not something that I think will make a lot of people very happy, because I see a lot of people who say that neutrality is the same thing as being a villain or the same thing as being against positive change. But the truth is that neutrality takes you out of the equation completely, because we have to remember that we're only here so temporarily. And also, when you try to fix a problem in this world, you thereby create more problems. It's the law of cause and effect. And I have dealt with that for a long, long time. And so I've just had to, I really want to learn how to navigate that without getting caught up in what it's supposed to look like or what the world should be. Because I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know how the world should be. All I know is that who I want to be and become and what I have to offer this world. But then don't get it twisted so much that like you should force yourself to think like that. Because if you're watching this and you're like, well, I don't feel that way. Like, I want to do this and this and this, because sometimes your purpose is to really be a part of the duality. And I really accept that. And I think it is powerful in a way. Like, that's the highest, like, it's not the lowest level of consciousness. You know, it's not like in spiral dynamics. It's very much like a journey from like the primal self to like the highest expanse of intelligence and consciousness, which is like the multidimensional factors of it, which I'm still learning, but I love that idea. I think it's also, and if you're in spiritual spheres, you'll see it, like just those fucking graphs of like consciousness and stuff. But I'll say this, like if you're seeing those graphs from someone and they're talking about manifestation or how to have a high vibration, then they're really mostly just doing new age quantum science, which isn't actually related to how it's functional in our reality. Because at the end of the day, if you can't be upset, then you can't be on Earth. You know, like you're never going to have a fully good day. You might. I would not tell you not to have one, but negative experiences on this planet are so for certain. And it's actually it's a good thing. It's good to have pain. Like, it's just part of life. And so and when I learned that I could just accept it. Oh my gosh, my life changed forever. Like, I felt free. And it was hard for a long time because I was in so much pain before. You know, I've been really lonely. And then I lost all my friends and, you know, I was physically alone for so long. And I had to accommodate that. Because God, you know, no one was coming to save me. You know, I wasn't just going to meet brand new best friends just like that. It's not easy. And it's not how it works. You can meet friends really easily, though. If you just walk up to people in person, like in public, or just stare at them, or comment something about their outfits, like more often than not, you're going to become friends. Like if they're open to it, like everybody wants to be connected. And that's what I've learned. Like moving to this new city, it's really not a city. It's a really small town. And I don't even know how long I'm going to stay here at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm nomadic. Like, I've moved so much in my life. A lot of that was because of shame, and just traumatic events that I had happen, and like I just couldn't stay in those places. Really, and a lot of it was my fault. You know, I take responsibility for that. Like, I've been a wild bitch for quite a long time, and maybe I still am, and I accept that. Really getting through shame has just been really great. And if you've seen my video about recovering from BPD, that was a big part of it. Girl, I just could not handle so much. Like, I couldn't handle if my friends didn't text me back. I couldn't handle if they didn't want to hang out with me. I couldn't handle if they wanted to hang out with their other friends. Like, it's really toxic. And also, I just really wanted somebody to love me because I thought that would give me what I really wanted. But girl, all you really want is to have people that want to be with you. And also, you want to love yourself. Because when you love yourself, it makes the whole world change. It literally changes everything. Because then you respect yourself and you want better for yourself. And you just start getting better things. Because God only can, nature and like earth gives you what you need all the time. You can always get what you need. Even if and it never looks like what you want it to be. Like, getting what you need looks like having to get food from the food bank and having to live with somebody that you hate and having a shitty car. Like, but you still have what you need. It's not what you want, though. And so that's how shame is healed. Like, you change your lifestyle, you get better things, but you have to do the work. The universe can only show you the way. And that's why all of these manifestation people are wrong. I'll tell you the truth about manifesting. There are things that are meant for you to do. You have a destiny. Work on your destiny continuously. Focus on what the specific flavor of it is and fucking work. Most of the people who are trying to learn how to manifest, and it's a great way to get into spirituality, they just want money. All you need is money. But want. Like, all you really want is money. All you really want is to be the kind of person that can get married. Like, when you're manifesting, like, unless you're manifesting like really weird specific things, and and those situations honestly happen more often than not. But all of the visualizing, meditation, like pretending that you don't want it, like, the universe doesn't discriminate. And also the universe is smarter than your false cleverness. Like, Sarah Alcaldi, the alchemist, she's on YouTube too. I love her. Really a great teacher. But she goes like, you're waiting for divine alignment, but you're not doing the work that it takes to be in alignment. Like, it doesn't take the stars to be in a certain, the stars don't have to be in a certain place. The planets don't have to be in a certain place for you to get anything. The planets represent fate. So if you just don't do anything with your life, then the planets are just going to fuck you up because they are the thing that sends all of the energies to our planet. It's like how the moon controls our waves. All the planets control us and mess with our lives and our inferences. That's why astrologers are they're partly right when they say that, like, oh, this is going to happen here because of this. Like, yes, it's planetary influence, but that only happens to you if you're someone that is affected by the planetary influences. Like with Mercury retrograde, if you don't know how to handle when things are out of specific communication, my ear's ringing, but like, you're affected by it because you are someone who is susceptible to it. You have no real estate, or you have like spaces in your mind that make you feel like that you can't handle that. And I love the clouds today because I also kind of wanted to talk about like this one miracle in A Course in Miracles, like all like something. It's basically about how like the clouds will always dissipate at one point. Like, there's always going to be cloudy moments, but there's always going to be a time when the fog is lifted. And you're never going to be out of clarity forever. And sometimes you don't really get the clarity that you need, but that's okay, because then it's part of the mystery. And so it's about navigating through the fog. And it's not like Silent Hill. It's just, if you could imagine that life is a circle and there's little pieces of it that are clouded up, you can always imagine that they dissipate, and then you can see forward in your life of what you need to do, or what you can do, or where you're going to go, or what you want to do, And I just want to say again, like, manifestation is a co-creation. Like, you really can't force stuff, but you can work really hard and you can be smart and do it. But you can want things. You are allowed to say, I really want this. I really want this. And wanting it is enough to get it. Wanting it is enough to get it. Wanting it is good enough. And so that doesn't mean you're just going to get it, but you just have to take the steps. And there is no such thing as a right or wrong way to do it. I was thinking about this recently, like, am I doing the right things? And then I was like, no, like, I'm just going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. And there is a best. And if you're doing your best, if you feel like you're doing your best, that's enough. And we also can't control how it looks because, there's the great mystery. We're not in control here. We're here because of the limitations of this place. Like, our soul is very happy to be here. Our soul is very excited to be here. It loves being here. It loves when you're feeling any emotions at all. It loves any experience it can get here. And that doesn't mean that there isn't a divine plan for you, like what you should be doing, what you should. There's no should or shouldn't, but if you're interested in that, like what your destiny, like that's something that you can do. And it's always going to be the thing that is really big and really hard to do. But that means that it's even better, and the journey of it is more powerful than you could ever conceive of if you just let life happen to you. Because life is happening for you. And so just like that, learning has been a lot. And I just finished these courses I've been taking, and well, I'm not done forever. I think I'm going to go back and do the last few of them. Yeah, I've been really happy. I learned a lot. It was a mystery school. Oh my gosh, I was in a mystery school. I was in an esoteric school. And that was really fucking cool. Like, I felt so, I felt like I was taking charge of my life for once. And now I just gotta like do more. Like, I want to do more. I want to grow more. Like, I really want to create more for you guys. And I really want to do music, and that's really what I want to do. I really create art. Like I want to dance and I want to sing on a stage. Like I feel like that, and you know, there's this core theme in my life of freedom and releasing myself from bondage. But for me, and like the truth about freedom is that it's not having nothing to do. It's being happy with what you're doing. It's just finding joy. Like you're never trapped and you're never stuck in this life. You know, everything is happening in this perfect accordance, and sometimes you're off track, but that's okay. Because going off track is also part of the journey of creation, because everything is non-linear. So yeah. So I'm very happy. I'm going to go to the kava shop and hang out there today. I've been like editing all my videos there because I have really shitty Wi-Fi at home, and it's been nice. And there's this just interesting, like there's interesting people that go there, you know. They also have like, you know, I think it's also kind of funny because like kava is kind of related to like the fiasco with the fields, like those little bottles that people are addicted to. But it's just everything in moderation. And also I've just been like taking a huge, you know, and this is the thing about identity. Like I don't identify with like any sorts of like, oh, I shouldn't do this because of this or this. Like everything is just like a lifestyle, and everything is just something you partake in. Like you're never, people say that like, oh, you're an addict if you do this, you're an addict. You know, I've dealt with my family member who's an addict, and like I have family members who are, and I've experienced that in my close relationships. And it's just a deficit of shame. It's a deficit of forgetting what pleasure and pain are. And it's hard, really dark. But it's just trauma, how trauma casts spells on our lives. But it can be undone. I don't think I'm at will to say that someone who has been an extreme addict can just go back to using things like normal. I don't think that that's always the case, because sometimes your truth and your highest expression in this lifetime is being sober. Take RuPaul, for example. And I always think about RuPaul when I think about wanting to be like completely sober. Like, yeah, like he does amazing work and is the queen of drag. And that's always been really inspirational to me. Him and Michelle Visage. And like, you can still be cunt and not do drugs and shit. And yeah. Also, I'm really annoyed at this zit on my head. And also I always get these triangle like zits on my face. Ever since I learned about the law of three, which was another video I made, I had like one on my leg for a while. But yeah, this is like, the triangle is like a divine force. Like it's just the law of three. It's one of the highest laws of our world. It just means there's an active, passive, and neutral principle in everything. There's the container, and then there's the no force and the yes force. And so, yeah, passive is also the feminine force. Masculine is the active force. Dick in a vagina. Okay, I'm gonna go now, but love you. Bye!